Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video is a bit different from my usual content. Instead of talking about languages I'm excited to learn, I'm going to be completely honest about the languages I will probably never learn. And it's not because they're too difficult or I don't have time, it's simply because I don't want to learn them. Important disclaimer: everything I'm about to say is purely my personal opinion and taste. I'm not trying to offend anyone or disrespect any language or culture. Languages are deeply personal, and what doesn't appeal to me might be absolutely beautiful to someone else. These are just my honest feelings, and I think it's important to acknowledge that not every language will resonate with every person. The first language on my list is Russian. Now, I know Russian is incredibly rich in literature, culture, and history, but personally, I just don't connect with how it sounds. The phonetics and rhythm of Russian don't appeal to my ear at all. There is something about the sound pattern that just doesn't click with me. It's purely a matter of personal taste. I know millions of people find Russian beautiful, but for me, it's just not a language I feel drawn to. Ukraine is the second language on my list, and it's here because it shares phonetic similarities with Russian. I know Ukrainian is its own distinct language with its own unique characteristics and cultural identity, but since I already know that particular Slavic sound pattern don't appeal to me, the same ones I hear in Russian, Ukrainian falls into the same category for me. It's not about making assumptions or unfair comparisons. I can hear this similar sound elements that I know I don't connect with. Now, this one might surprise some people. French. But I just don't like how French sounds as a whole. There is something about the pronunciation and the way the language flows that really doesn't appeal to me. To my ear, it sounds kind of slimy and like you're constantly sucking up to whoever you're talking to. Even when French speakers are cursing or arguing, it still sounds like they're giving out compliments. Which is just one example of why the whole sound of the language doesn't work for me. It's not that it's objectively bad, it's just that the entire phonetic character of French grates on my ears in a way that makes me never want to learn it. So, those are my three: Russian, Ukrainian, and French. Again, this is purely about personal sound preferences, not about the culture, literature, or people who speak these languages. It's interesting to reflect on what draws us to certain languages and what doesn't. Sometimes it's completely irrational, just a gut feeling about how something sounds to our individual ears. What about you? Are there any languages you know you will probably never want to learn? Not because they're difficult, but just because they don't appeal to you personally. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear about your linguistic preferences too. Of course, I should mention that tastes can definitely change over time. What I don't like now might appeal to me years from now. Our preferences evolve, and maybe one day I will hear one of these languages in a different context and think, actually, that sounds pretty cool. But for right now, these three are firmly on my no thanks list. And speaking of languages, if you want to see the complete opposite of today's video, check out my language impossible list where I talk about all the languages I do want to learn. It's quite a contrast to today's topic and a very long list. Thanks for watching.